Welcome, beautiful soul, to this collective reading. I'm Felicity, if you are new here. And if you like these videos, by the way, you want to see more of them, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up. It always helps my channel, always helps my videos, and I greatly appreciate it. And of course, let me know in the comments on how these messages land for you. So these are going to be some messages on what it is that you need to know right now, okay? So as being a collective reading, take what resonates, leave what does not. As you can see here, I'm wearing my Mercury retrograde t-shirt. It felt fitting. It's not quite Mercury retrograde yet. That'll take place on the 5th, but we're in the shadow period, and it's definitely showing up because I took 2 stars to have this video because I could not get my words out. So it's already showing up. So it only felt fitting that I would put on this t-shirt to say, hey guys, don't forget, Mercury's in its shadow period, soon going retrograde. It's going to be a time of taking a few, not steps backwards, no, we're still moving forward, but we're just slowing it down, and we're just having some deep introspection and reevaluating and seeing what's working and what's not working for us. So it only felt fitting to wear it. Now, if you are interested, by the way, I have a few offerings. I am the founder of the Into the Fire Mystery School. On here, I have a women's membership where we do women's circles. There's exclusive readings on there, zodiac workshops. Gosh, there is just so much intuitive development, lots of stuff on there. So feel free to check that out. It's a great place of sisterhood, really beautiful community, and just a very sacred and safe space. Now, I also have the zodiac workshop for Leo season out. Okay, so that's free for the members, but I also do offer it to the general public for sale. It's $11.99, and in here you get a tarot reading. There is a guided meditation. In this particular one, we are focusing on the solar plexus and the root chakra, plus an energy clearing and a aura repair, and also a workbook as well to support you throughout Leo season. And lastly, I also have available my tarot course. Okay, so I have been reading tarot for nearly a decade. It's almost a decade now. I love this tool, and I created a intuitive tarot course, so learning on how to read intuitively, but also of course the traditional aspects as well, because I do believe both of them go really well together when reading for ourselves and or others. And yeah, it's a beautiful self-paced course, so feel free to check that out too. All the links are below, but I send you so much love, and let's get into these messages. So first of all, take a nice deep breath. Okay, after all of that, we're gonna take a nice deep breath as best as you can, and a slow exhale. Just getting nice into the body, so nice and grounded into the body. Being open to receive what it is that you need right now, knowing that you can use your discernment and discard what does not resonate with you. Okay, so I have a couple of cards I've already pulled, but there's just so much coming through with messages. And one of the big themes at the moment, please let me know if this is you in the comments, let me know. But one of the big themes at the moment is we are experiencing like such identity shifts, okay? Such identity shifts. We're experiencing the death of the old. And I know that we can go through multiple rebirths, everything, okay? I understand that. We do it all the time, right? We're growing, we're evolving, we're going through deaths, we're going through rebirths. But this is like so different. There is a huge identity shift taking place. I think that for a lot of people, there is a real feeling of, I'm not who I once was, but I'm also haven't quite found my footing or my place in this new energetic body, this new energetic field, this new energetic frequency that I'm now stepping into, right? And so it's as you're expanding, as you are growing, you're stepping into this newer version of yourself. And with that comes the death of the old, but there's just such an identity shift taking place with it as well. So you might find yourself, for example, at the moment, changing up your style. Okay, you might find yourself no longer resonating with those that are around you, your friends, etc. You might find yourself no longer resonating with your belief systems. Your belief systems are shifting. The things that once served you and worked for you in rituals and practices and beliefs no longer serve serve you, and you're shifting that as well. This all goes about with the identity, but a huge part of this is a lot of the ego is dropping away. I'm not someone that demonizes the ego, right? It totally has its place, but it's like a lot of those fragments of the ego that have been keeping you stuck, that have been keeping you in old patterns, old behaviors, survival mechanisms, things like that. It's like it's all those fragments are dying away, okay? Like, and they need to be buried. So this is a thing here as well with spirit is while the cosmos, the universe, spirit is organizing things behind the scenes, you have help behind the scenes, right? You have help from above. You need to be doing your part here in the physical reality. So what are you procrastinating on? What is something that you know you need to do, but you're in procrastination about? Maybe it's you're in a bit of analysis paralysis. Okay, I've been there before, but the best thing to do is just make a decision in that moment. No choice is still a choice. I love that saying. It's very, very true. But if if you're feeling stuck and you need some guidance around it, then you can seek the guidance. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to, at the end of the day, need to take the steps, need to just take that first step and create the moves that will help the situation, get it flowing, get it moving again, right? So don't procrastinate. Okay, there is help from above, but spirit's like, but you can't procrastinate. No more procrastinating. Some of you are sleeping on yourself as well. You have so much to offer the world. You have so much to bring to the world. I mean, we all do in our own ways, but what's coming through here is it's like there's something you want to share. There's a role you want to step into. There's something that you're wanting to do, but you're procrastinating on it because there is potential fear, okay? It happens, right? Or there's a feeling of like, oh, it's already, got so many people in that kind of space. Like, what value am I going to bring? You're going to bring your own individual codes in. You're going to bring the magic and the song of your soul. And the people that will hear your song and understand it are those that will resonate with the song of your soul. Some people might hear it but not understand it. That's okay. That means they're not your people. But the people who hear it and understand it, they're going to resonate with your frequency and move towards you. And there you are. You've got people paying attention going, oh, what is it that you have to say? There's something here I feel like I could learn from you, or like, thank you for that message, or whatever it is. So if you know that there's something you are meant to do, but you're procrastinating on it, spirit's like, no more procrastinating. No more procrastinating. Stop sleeping on yourself. Okay, stop sleeping on yourself. There's a real rejuvenation energy coming through. Okay, it's kind of like here in Australia at the moment, we're still in winter and the earth is dormant. Okay, not a lot going on. Okay, I haven't had to mow my grass in weeks, which is great, but come spring I'm gonna have to mow it all the time. And when I say I mow it, I mean my partner mows it. But anyway, I did it once and I broke a nail, never again. All right, that was my thing anyway. So my whole point is that at the moment the earth here is dormant. Soon it's going to come back to life. Soon spring is going to come through. Soon we're going to see those flowers pop up, leaves back on the trees, like all of that, and hearing more of the birds and their song and the butterflies and the bees and all the beautiful things that spring bring. And so that's the reminder of what's happening now on an individual level, right? So there's a reminder that you are rejuvenating. So maybe you've been feeling in the void, maybe you've been feeling a bit dormant, like nothing's kind of going on, or you feel like you've almost been just keeping your head above water. It's like the message here that is coming through is that there's a huge rejuvenation energy, and you're going to feel that and see that soon, but do not procrastinate. If you procrastinate, you're going to prolong it, okay? You are going to prolong it. You are more than your past. You are more than your past, okay? You are so much more than your past. And there is so much more for you to explore today in this very present moment and tomorrow and the many moons ahead, okay? You are so much more than your past, though. I feel like someone needs to hear that. Someone needs to hear that. Sometimes as well, we can think that we really want something, right? It's like it's glittery, it's shiny, like on a metaphor level here. It's like got all the things. It's like, oh, that looks really good. I want that. And then we get there and it's kind of like, oh, there's not a lot of substance here. Or this actually doesn't bring me fulfillment. This actually doesn't bring me joy at all. You can course correct out of that. You can shift that. Remember those identity shifts I'm talking about? There is a huge energy behind that, and there's so much support behind that in the cosmos and with your team and with spirit. There is so much support behind that. But you need to let go and bury what no longer serves you. And that can be people from the past that you keep revisiting, okay, like in your mind or whatever. It's like it just has to be like let go of. It can be old patterns, like that, just patterns that do not serve you, behaviors that do not serve you, habits that do not serve you, ways of thinking that do not serve you, rituals that no longer serve you, practices that no longer serve you, friendships that no longer serve you. Okay, I'm not saying go out and cut everyone and everything off, but use your discernment here, because you will know if there's something you need to let go of, because you are more, and you can't stay where you have been. Okay? And spirit's like, stop trying to stay where you have been. You cannot stay where you have been. And where you are now in this very present moment, you're evolving out of. And for some of you, you might feel like you completely evolve out of it and you're in this new territory, this new frequency, this new energy. Or some of you, you kind of feel like you're already there, but you don't quite have your footing like settled, grounded yet. It's like that's a great way to put it. You don't feel super grounded in this new frequency, in this new way of being, in this new reality that is appearing in front of you, that you have created. And it's like you haven't found your footing. You don't feel super grounded in that yet. That's okay. Then I would suggest, if that's you, I would suggest doing some earthing practices, grounding practices, okay, to really bring yourself into your body, get very, very grounded. It's going to help a lot, especially as everything seems a bit new and there's uncertainty and things like that. It will really, really help you. Nature will be your best friend for that one. Okay, let's pull a couple of cards and we'll see what else comes through. But there is help from above, guys. It's like, I'm just hearing it. It's like, just ask. Just ask. And maybe you're like, I have been asking and no one's answering. It's like they're answering. They're busy behind the scenes, okay? But it's like, what are you doing in this moment? Are you procrastinating on something? Is there something you need to do? Just remember that. You're so much more than you realize, though. And there is so much more for you to experience than you realize. Like where you are right now, it's like there's so much more for you to experience, so much more for you to experience. We have the new moon coming up, by the way, the new moon in Leo, which will, these can be timeless messages, okay? So whenever you come across this and it resonates, take it. Spirit works in mysterious ways. However, in saying that, when I'm filming this, we are leading up to the new moon in Leo. If you were in my membership, you will receive the reading and the journal prompts, etc. And we did a beautiful little like energy ball healing, which is really cool. So that'll be up on the new moon. But for this new moon, for you guys, what you can do is you can tap into the energy for yourself, see what it feels like for you. Maybe pull an oracle card for yourself or a tarot card if you have that. Or maybe do a nice meditation or take a yin class or do some sort of ritual, okay? Write down what you want to manifest. Write down what you have gratitude for. But also, what is it, get honest with yourself. What is it that you need to let go of? What is it that you need to bury? What is it that you are procrastinating on? So this beautiful regeneration energy can really shine through. You can really experience that. And what are you manifesting? Is it coming from the ego mind or is it coming from the heart? There's nothing wrong with manifesting some things that come from the ego mind. It's all good. But, you know, on the big major life things, we want it to come from the heart, right? Because that's what's going to bring you the most fulfillment. All right, let's see here. We have Yin. And we have Thinker. So we have the fates on the bottom. Stars are aligning, okay? There are things that are unseen the unknown, but there is help with that. Okay, so things are coming together, but again, that procrastination energy comes coming through strong. Might have to, after this, sit down and ask myself, what am I procrastinating on? Because maybe there's something I am too. Okay, actually there is. There is, yeah. Okay, all right. So the yin energy here, we're talking about the feminine energy. Okay, so the part of us that is more in flow, that is in surrender, that is creative, that is nurturing, that is taking it, going into more of a slower pace. And the thinker energy here, well, this is that contemplation energy. So taking some time right now to really get into your yin energy, okay? And give yourself some contemplation. Have a think, like, what is it that you really want? What is it that you really desire? And what is in your way of achieving that? Or what do you assume is in your way that is stopping you from, or will stop you from achieving that? So sit into some contemplation will be really helpful. For others as well, this is a message coming through here of like going into more of that surrender and flow energy, not fighting the current and allowing yourself to be just led down the stream, trusting that you will end up where you need to be. And again, that doesn't mean that we procrastinate. That doesn't mean that we don't do the things that we need to in order to make that happen. It's just being in more of that energy of flow as we go through the ebbs and flows, okay? But also rest, okay? Slowing down, taking some time to slow down. Because over here, like in Australia, like once spring comes along, like, oh my gosh, once it gets to the middle of spring, it's like next thing you know, it's February. It's like Christmas is done, summer's done, it goes so quick. And so, in the winter time, it's that real getting cozy and reading books and slowing down and doing all of that. And then for you guys that are in the Northern Hemisphere, this is your last month of summer, being at August now. So slow down a little bit and really, really take that all in, because you know what summer can be like. It can be so fleeting. It can be so fleeting. Okay. Okay, we have the Hermit. So this is that going within energy. This is also the reminder though with the Hermit. It says here, there are some things that must be done on your own. So while you have all of the help from above and the cosmos and to those who love and support you, some things, it's like you need to take that first step on your own. Like you need to take the initiative and do it. And when it comes to the spiritual path, and the growth of ourselves, the evolution of ourselves as we expand, that is it's not a lonely path, but it's a lone path, meaning that it's something that you do on your own. No one's here to rescue us. No one's here to save us. No one's here to heal us. No one is here to make everything better and take everything bad away, okay? This is a time, and it's the time of radical self-responsibility, radical self-honesty, and really just being like, I got me and I can do this. But, and a huge but here, we do have support along the way. We have support from spirit. We have support from loved ones, people that care about us. Sometimes even a stranger like that you meet or a stranger online will give you, some support. It's like, but you've got that. It's like you've got people that are cheering you along the way, and you've got help and support. Maybe you work with a mentor or a healer or a therapist or something. It's like you've got someone along the way that as you go along your journey through each bit of growth and each evolution, part of the evolution, you will have people that will come in and help you. But they're not doing it for you. No one's going to do the work for us, okay? But with the Hermit card here, it's the reminder to go within. It's the reminder to maybe just take a bit of time to yourself. Have you taken some time for yourself lately? With the Hermit too, sometimes the Hermit is the shadow side of it. Can be like not putting ourselves out there, and we've become a little bit too isolated. Like we've gone within, we're doing some healing work, or we've just wanted to spend some time alone, and then we're kind of procrastinating getting back out there. And this is the message of like, if it's like, you'll know if it's for you, it's time to get back out there. Okay, it's like time to step out of the hermit mode and get back out there. With the strength card, the strength is the reminder of deep softness in, and how strong that is. So it's to approach life with a sense of softness, where it's like we're not harsh, we're not aggressive, we're not, and I'm not saying that we can't have more of an aggressive energy sometimes, okay? It's not to demonize those things, but it's just approaching things with a sense of softness, okay? So even really difficult things, and that our courage, our inner strength, our inner lion, lioness can be soft and have much more of a stronger presence, much more of a rooted, grounded, stronger presence than another person that might be bringing out their inner lion and inner lioness in a real ferocious way, where it can come across intimidating, but it doesn't look like strength. It actually looks like weakness. But when you have this very grounded confidence, this grounded strength, which is really just means it's embodied. It's a part of you. You've integrated it. You embody it. That is huge. That will magnetize your energy tenfold, and if not more. And when it magnetizes your energy, then you call in the right people, the right situations, the opportunities you want, all of that. But the strength card showing up here as well, it is that reminder that, you know, you do have the courage and the strength to move on. You do have the courage and the strength to put yourself out there. You do have the courage and strength to let go and bury. Okay, like you have it. You have it. Especially if you're in a period right now where you just have no idea what's going on. It's like it feels like the void, or it feels like, I don't know, did I just make a mistake, or whatever it is. It's like, it's all working out. Okay, it's all working out. There is, again, that big regeneration energy coming through. But what are we procrastinating on? All right, let's get a couple more cards, and then I'll close it out with an oracle. Okay, we have the Five of Wands. This can be that internal conflict. This can be conflict with others. But what I'm really feeling here, this feels like such more of an internal conflict. And you could be trying to gain clarity around something. It could just be conflicted about what to do, and that's why you're procrastinating. Or you could be concerned, like, if I do this, will it upset these people? Will it upset my family? Will it upset my friends? Will it upset my partner? If I do this thing that I know I want to do, like deep down, I know this is for me, but if I take this step, is that going to upset anyone? And that can lead to that procrastination. But that's also rooted in people pleasing. Okay, there's a difference between doing something that we want to do, but that we know is going to like physically cause harm or mentally cause harm to someone, and it's done in such a malicious way. There's a huge difference. But that's not you guys, right? That's not you. So it's, you know that there is, you know what needs to be done, and you know what you want to do, and it's in your heart. It's in your heart. Don't procrastinate on it, okay? Because all you're going to do is you're just going to stall the process, and on top of that, you're going to cause more angst for yourself, okay? And also, it's like the Five of Wands is like learning on how to communicate well, okay? It's like learning on how to communicate well, learning how to navigate conflict well, learning how to like listen and not, because there is a difference when we are listening to somebody to truly listen versus listening with like waiting to respond. So we're really just like, we're kind of half listening to what they're saying, but we're really actually inside just thinking about what we're going to say next, right? That's not true listening. So, and that's not true good communication. So when we actually listen, and we listen to understand, we listen to listen, and we listen to understand, then we respond from that place. And that opens up really beautiful dialogue with people. And it can also open up, especially if this is in connection with someone, it can open up deeper intimacy as well, okay? Okay, we have the Chariot. I love this. So you'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still is the message on it. You'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. That's the message from Spirit. We're going to move forward. It's time to move forward. Keep going. Okay, you have everything you need to do anything you want with the Magician on the bottom. I love that. And if you don't, and you keep procrastinating for too long, you're going to get hit with a towel moment. It happens every time. It's inevitable. Okay, because when we procrastinate on something for so long that is we know we need to do, and it's so soul aligned, and it's like sometimes it's like a big thing, which is why it gets even harder to do it. The universe will make it happen, right? So it's best that we just shake things up and we just do it, okay? But the procrastination could be something smaller, not necessarily like a big life decision. Now, the Chariot here, though, this is positive movement forward. This is moving in the right direction. It's like just come on now, like make a move, let's go. We're not going to get anywhere if we just continue to stay here. So that is also the message here that comes through with the Chariot. All right, I'm going to close this out with a oracle, and I'm going to grab one from which deck? Being drawn to this one. Okay. So yes, if you are interested in learning more about my mystery school, what I have to offer, those things I spoke about, just check that description box below, and of course let me know how this reading has been for you, the messages, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see more of these. What else we got here? Okay. Sorry, it's a little loud. Face your fear. Face your fear. That can be a big part of procrastination. The procrastination isn't because you're lazy. Okay, it's not because you're lazy. Your nervous system could very well be in a freeze response. Okay, and if that's the case, then it's nourishing the nervous system to get out of the freeze. So then you feel like you can actually then make a move. Okay, but it can also just be the fact of it's just pure fear. There's something that has you worried, or that is an underlying fear, or something like that is keeping you from doing the thing you know you need to do. Okay, and that's what's keeping you in the procrastination. And there's just the reminder here as well with like the nourishment. Okay, so it's like nourishing the mind. What are you putting in your mind? Okay, you're putting more fear in there by watching certain things that are only going to amp that up, or are you putting in really, nourishing things into your mind is the way I was going to say positive, but I actually think it's so much better to say nourishing than positive. Also, what are you putting into your things like with your body and stuff? But the nourishment here is, I think it also comes down massively to the nervous system. So doing some somatic work, somatic exercises, learning on what kind of where you are with your nervous system at the moment, because sometimes we can be in a deep freeze, or we can be in a functional freeze. We're still going around doing other things, but we're procrastinating on certain things that we know need to get done, but we'll do other things that don't really need to be done right now, but we'll do those and leave these. That can be part of functional freeze, okay? There are many things that you can do to help you get yourself out of functional freeze. Just give it a Google, okay? Or you can try out the, what's her name? The Workout Witch. Yeah, her Instagram handle is called The Workout Witch. Great place of resources there too. Okay. If you are in a deep freeze though, nature can be a really good one to get out of that, and voice work. So doing anything that's like you can go as long as you need to. I could go for ages, that's why I stopped. And do that. Take a deep breath, then do that, and just keep going and going. And that will actually help you come out of a freeze. And One thing that you can do, one thing you'll notice when you're coming out of a freeze, which means that when your nervous system, whether you're in fight, flight, or freeze, when your nervous system comes back into being into a regulated state, okay, so homeostasis, what will happen is that you will begin to show signs of that. And one of those greatest signs is yawning. So you might find yourself starting to really yawn and you start to feel quite tired, like maybe we could take a nap. That's actually very normal, and it's a good sign that your nervous system is coming back into a beautiful neutral energy there. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. All right, beautiful souls, face that fear though, okay? Again, I'm going to show you this one. Okay. You'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. You never get anywhere if you keep standing still. There is help from above. Please know that there is help from above, and that there are some things that you must do on your own. There's got to be a let go and a bearing of things. There's identity shifts that are happening, okay? And that could be causing you to be like, oh, I don't really know who I am. It's like, no, you're just, you're discovering or uncovering or coming more into, I like that better. You're coming more into this next evolution of yourself. And sometimes it feels a little bit tricky. So that's okay. It's all very normal. Just take your time with it. But as long as you're moving, you have to take 10 steps today, or like run a marathon today, just take a walk around the block, okay? That's just a little bit of small movement every day on a metaphor level there. All right, beautiful souls, I hope these messages resonate. I send you so much love, and I will see you guys very soon.